Alright guys, here is 3 Goal Zero Boulder 15 panels chained together. And you can see here, I just use the clips. I have a video on this stuff with the clips, so I just chained them together with the little green clips here. And have that plugged into my Yeti 150, which you can see right here. So let's put them in the window and see if we get any power. We got the sun coming through right now. Alright, you can see I got them leaning in the window here. I could put them out on the roof if I wanted to. I would just need my little, have to move the Yeti 150 closer to the windowsill or use my extension. I have an extension cord for these. But basically, there they are, sitting in the window. And here we go with power coming in. So you can see the Yeti is charging from the sun, and I do have some loads on it. I've got a little battery charger charging here. I did have my Olight charging there, and I've got my Bose speaker, but that's already charged. It's already topped off. And so that's part of the Yeti system. I have the 400 in my car, and I have a 100-watt panel on the roof of my van that helps charge that. And then I also purchased, which is not here yet, a Renogy 100 folding suitcase panel. This is the AC power, so I could just swap this out with the panels and plug it back into the cord. Okay. Alright guys, I have the 3 Boulder 15 panels outside here, facing the sun. I have them on a little art easel that I purchased a couple years ago that I used to put these on. So there you have it. And then I have an extension cable from Goal Zero that goes from the panels into my van. I believe it's a 20-foot or 30-foot extension cable. And you can see on the battery there, I think, the input. So it is getting power. It is being charged. Showing 11. And that is charging. And so that is one way I could keep my battery. And then the 100-watt panel on the roof of the van is charging or keeping the refrigerator going. And that's right there under the bed with that battery. And so I've got simultaneously my refrige going, and I have a backup battery being charged by the Goal Zero panels. So I'll give you a little view on what that looks like. And again, the first panel there, it's an older Boulder 50, or excuse me, Boulder 15. And then the 2 chained next to it are newer ones. But I have an adapter cord that hooks the old one to the new ones. It's a little jumper cord you get from Goal Zero. And I got that together there. So I've got the 100-watt briefcase from Renogy on order. That should be here this week, hopefully before any storms hit. And then I could just open that 100-watt solar briefcase. I bought 2 15-foot extension cables to hook it. And then I have the Goal Zero adapter kit. I'll show it to you. Let me grab it here, 1 second. I got this from Goal Zero last year. It's a it's an MC4 connector, so when the Renogy panels get here, it'll have MC4 connectors like this. And so on the 2 15-foot pieces that I bought, one will go to the female, one will go to the male from the panel, and then this will go to the Goal Zero Yeti 400. That'll go in place of the other one there, just like that, and the panel, the 100-watt panel, will charge that battery as well. So when that comes in, we'll do an experiment with that and we'll show you how that works. But right now I got the Goal Zero. I have 45 watts, and probably with the extension cord and cable that I have going now, I'm not getting a full, but I am getting, the battery is charging, so that's all that matters to me. It does work. Harnessing the power from the sun to charge my batteries. And waiting for Irma to come around next week. I'm inventorying everything today and the rest of this week to make sure that all my solar gear is charged, all my panels are working, my batteries are topped off, everything works, everything's cleaned, all my batteries and chargers are ready to go. All my cables, cords, and connectors, directions are all together based on whatever they are. I see how I just label my bags here, and I'll show you upstairs some of the other things I'm doing now. So we'll go up there and take a look. As you can see here, it's a little messy right now, but I'm breaking out all my flashlights, headlamps, things that I have, getting batteries ready to get in them, snap lights, even my oil lantern, my olive oil light, which can provide light in an emergency, my little Lucy here. This has been outside today, that's charged up. This is a blow-up solar light with 3 different settings on it, including SOS. And then I have my Goal Zero Nomad 7-watt panel that I could use to charge small devices. I've got the 14-watt E-Flex panel by Renogy to charge stuff. I have the 20-watt panel that you saw earlier from Soku that I carry. I've got the Berkey water purification system ready to go. I'm going to be breaking that open, and that stays ready to go. It's got the purging filters in there, or the purging attachments to purge the filters. I've got my gear bag that houses a lot of my batteries, organization, battery chargers, all my rechargeable batteries are in here, all organized and ready to go. I'm topping off some now upstairs. My ham radio, some ham radio antennas and things like that are in here as well, in this bag, ready to set up ham radio if I need it. Okay, so that's a kind of like an all-in-one bag, so I can keep stuff clear. I've got some water there, right there, to add to my water that I already have. I'm going through some other flashlights. I got a video I got to do on the through night flashlight that I'm working on. And so let's go upstairs and I'll show you some more. Okay, so everything looks a little bit messy right now, but I've got my Cobra CB radio, the 38WX ST. That takes batteries that are being charged. It takes 9 batteries. That's being charged right now by my ThruNite MCC4 charger. You see those going right now. So when these 4 are done, I'll take out 4 more out of the back of the radio here, and I'll charge those off. That also has a plug adapter that I can run the radio off of, but it does not charge the batteries. And I also have a cigarette lighter adapter that I could run this this CB radio. Then over here, in this area here, I've got all my Baofeng 2-way radios. I have 6 of those. You can see they're numbered. And they're charging right now. I have other chargers for them. I just have one charger out right now. I'm just popping the radios in as I need them, and as I get them charged, I just put them off to the side. Getting some other flashlights, making sure batteries are changed and working. Just different flashlights that I have all around the house. I'm just getting everything together. Ham radio. I've got several handheld ham radios. They're being charged right now. This is the BF F8HP by Bofang. That's programmed to Charlotte ham radio 2-meter and 70 centimeter stations. So that's being charged. Right over here, I've got my Goal Zero Guide 10 Plus just on my computer right here. That's charging a set of AAA batteries because I have the adapter for that. So that's charging a set of AAAs, and then what I'll do is I'll untape these, I'll put the AA's in, and I'll have a full set of AAAs and AA's charged on that. That could be used as a flashlight to dump power into a phone or whatever, or just to have charged up batteries, which I'm using it for right now, and that's just plugged into the computer. So while there is power, I've got stuff going, making sure everything is topped off. I keep cords, extra cords, USB cords, charging stations and cradles and other things in these little zip-up bags, so I have them handy and ready to go. And then over here, you can see I've got my Goal Zero panels out that I have outside. Those are in the boxes. I've got a wind-up radio here that does AM, FM, weather radio. That's kind of sitting right here by the TV, as you can see. Got a very important show on right now. Josie Marin's on with argon oil on QVC, so that's important. And so that radio is ready to go. I've got a video on that radio as well. And so let's go down in the garage and I'll show you some other radios that are charging right now. Alright, in my garage, it's a little messy right now, but I just want to show you some of the things I do, guys, to help keep a little bit organized. I just try to break down stuff, spare gear, into these Tupperwares, and I'll just label it. If it's water related, water and purification related, it'll go in, a Tupperware. If it's fuel related, I've got, just to show you an example here, I'll take this down. I've got Zippo fuel. I've got fuel for my stove that I keep in the van, about like a dozen canisters, just dryer lint, sterno candles, regular fuel for, the isobutane stoves, fuel bottles, anything related to fuel. If it fits, will be in there. And then I have other fuel containers also. And you can see I've got a little table here, just a folding table that I normally carry in the van with me. And that's kind of broken out this week. And I just got stuff laid out because I'm putting some things together. But again, these are fuel canisters, Yeti cup, more fuel canisters here, Silcock key, binoculars, tourniquet, a tarp / utility blanket. Just things that I'm working on here are on this table. And so right here I've got my pair of marine radios, and I've got several videos on these radios. The Standard Horizon Submersible HX, get a clear shot of that, 471S radio. You can see that right now. If I can get this camera to focus. So these are multi-band radios for Coast Guard. They will monitor different things, like if you're by the water, you will get the Coast Guard. They are waterproof, they do float, and you can get the weather on them. I'll show you right now. I'm going to take this one off because it's done, and place this one on. And these batteries last a long time once they're charged, so I'm getting them charged before the storm. This one here I'll turn on for you so you can see. And it's on Weather Channel 1 right now, and we'll see what channel the Charlotte weather is.
2.475 megahertz.
Here we go.
This transmitter is serving the Piedmont of the Carolinas.
Channel 3.
Current time is 12:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. These are the new Eastern Daylight Time observations for the Charlotte metropolitan area on Monday, September 4th. At Charlotte Douglas International Airport, it was mostly sunny. The temperature was 81 degrees, the dew point 60,
So,
and the relative
you see the importance of that, guys.
The wind was calm.
These are radios that can come with me when the storm is coming, have them ready to go, so they're being charged. I've got my Woshin ham radio being charged. That stays in the garage here because I'm down here a lot. And then what I'll do is I'll gather all these radios and bring them inside the house when the storm's getting ready to hit. Then I have a battery on a trickle charger that I use to run my HF gear if I need it. My HF gear is, move this ladder out of the way. You can see all my totes there with all different things in them. Is in that military 50 caliber can, all my radio gear for HF, and then I have all my antenna gear and posts to hoist the antenna in the garage as well. Another thing, guys, that's important, I got a bunch of these, 10, 20, and 30 liter dry bags. I think it's important if you had to, cut and run, or you wanted to throw something in your car, if you were, taking off or going to a friend's house or a family member's house, that you could take some clothing and hygiene items, maybe even a pair of shoes like you see in here. This is a bag my wife has packed, and I'm going to ask her to go through it and just update it, but that's all sealed and ready to go. That could get wet, it could float on the water, and then her clothing and items inside will not get wet. So do that stuff before the storm hits, so you're not walking around with a 48, 50 gallon trash bag with your stuff in it that could rip, that could fall out of your hands. Something like that can definitely be a lifesaver for you. And then I've got just different kits here, guys, that I've made over time. These are all survival kits, 10-piece kits, filled with gear that I could just take, throw in the van and go. Along with my major bug out bag that's right there. That's ready to go. What else? Fuel. People fighting over fuel. Well, I've got some gas put away, but here's the Wavian cans that I did videos on a couple months back. There's 10 gallons of gas there, right there, 10 gallons of unleaded gas with the spouts ready to go. I wish I had maybe 4 more of those, but they're expensive, and I need to order some more. I may order 2 more this week just to get 4 in house and have some spare gas, but anything is better than nothing.
Where the Cracker Barrel was up here.
2-meter radio in my van.
I've always enjoyed
That's going
there.
right now.
For sure they won't be recognizing a holiday today. I doubt it. We don't do, when we're on the...
You guys have seen this charger. I topped this off today. This is a 21,000 milliamp hour charger by Out XC. 20,100 milliamp hour, excuse me. Waterproof. It's got 2 ports to charge. It's got a flashlight, and that's ready to go as well. And so this can be charged off my solar panels, and could also be charged off of the wall or a USB device, like my Yeti battery. So communication's vitally important, guys. This was a storm happening right now.
Family restaurant.
I would have instant information.
I know I've taken Don there, and you must have been there. But it's right down Highway 160.
Here's another.
Turned onto this parkway.
I use some of these sealable canisters from
their lunches. Very seldom ever go there for dinner. In fact,
the Container Store to house some wires and cords. And so my UV82 HP radio charger I'm going to take out and charge up that radio that's sitting right here. Make sure it's topped off.
A great breakfast and a really good
It's a 2-meter and 70 centimeter radio. And of course, my light that I just did a video on I've got the Gold Zero Lighter Life original. That'll run off my battery.
I didn't even realize she was at the house.
My Endless Breeze fan, 12 volt, will run off the battery.
She hollered at me. I couldn't believe she was home, but she was down in the basement. I could have taken you guys over here to Captain Steve's, but they're always closed on Monday.
Alright guys, I got power coming into the Yeti from the solar panels. I've got power going out through this charger, charging off my Bofang radio here. Right off the van, using solar.
Excuse me, under 77. It's up
and I've got radio comms
where 21 goes
going on right now. Some local repeaters.
Going into where the college is. Yeah, I know.
Medical first aid.
Know exactly where
More medical first aid and waterproof bags. More medical first aid.
I've never shall never go to Rock Hill for
Brand new multi-kit. Multi-piece kit that I put together that I'm using and testing out. My toilet is ready to go. It's full and ready to go. Flushable toilet on board. Another solar panel, my Soku that I told you about, 20-watt panel, ready to go.
What's the name of it again? It's Freddy's. F-R-E-D-D-Y-I-E-S, Freddy's. It says they sell steak burgers. I think it's a chain outfit, but I've never heard of